Do you think your vote counts? Matters?
I think, yes, I do think my vote matters. It's kind of funny that you asked me that. You know, I have a lot of friends who don't, close friends who don't think that their vote matters. And I do see their point.
So right now we have a system where people with money, people with power, and people with a name are always going to be favored.
Politics should not just be left to career politicians or career bureaucrats, because this is a democracy and we need everyone.
The reason people don't vote as much is because they feel their vote doesn't matter.
I've lost a lot of faith in the political system when I see that, all it leads to is gridlock and really a lack of change. And I'm hoping that our generation, being able to actually make all these changes, maybe when we get into power eventually, fast forward in 10, 20 years, maybe we can actually cause some real change to happen and get some people behind some policies, some actual passionate people,
So I think we play a huge role. I think on the politic line of liberal and conservative, I feel like everyone's scattered. I feel like a lot of us are a lot more liberal, but at the same time, there are people who are very passionate about being conservative. But then there's also people that kind of fall in the middle, like me, that are like, it just depends on the situation and the people it's affecting.
People just need to think more, be more empathetic, I guess, about other people. If someone else has been in a position where they need to be on welfare, I think that should be an option for them. I think they should be able to have that option, have that resource.
The government sometimes gives too much money or doesn't give enough money in the right places.
I believe teachers are this one job that's really underpaid because of the extreme impact that they have on the youth, which is in turn the impact that they have on the future.
Those funds can be relocated to more important things like healthcare or infrastructure, especially. Less spending on all the military. I understand it's important, but I feel like there's more things that we could focus on that would be better for the nation and to progress us as a whole.
One of the, I guess, more recent things that our generation has kind of had thrust upon it is, and something that I'm very passionate about, environmental changes. Everyone our age, agrees that, something bad is happening if we don't really step in and stop it. It's just going to keep getting worse. Yeah. So personally, that's probably one of the big things that I would like to see us all kind of team up for and kind of band together on.
Environmentalism, civil rights is a big thing for me. Just basic human civil rights, because I think that's really the big thing I pay attention to, because I think that the world can't advance until everybody's got rights. I mean, I'm talking about women, I'm talking about children, I'm talking about people with physical or mental disabilities, people of any sort of gender or sexuality. I think when we give all the people all of the rights and treat everybody the same, then we can start working on the other stuff.
Who's to say that we don't even branch off and we don't even make a new party?
Yeah, it's just the thought that you only have one vote and it's one out of millions. But if you get people out there and let them realize that, granted, you may just be the one vote, but if there's 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 of you, then that's 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 votes. And that can make a huge difference.
How are you voting? If you don't even know the basic structure of our government, how are you voting? Which is kind of scary if you think about it.
Well, we're willing to call people out on their BS, but we apparently are just unwilling to take it a step further and actually rid the system of people like this.
I think what we have to do is diversify the people that we're electing, and maybe that even means changing the way that we elect people so that people can really be informed about who they're voting for, so that we can make real changes.
Am I still going to go vote? Yeah. But do I understand what people mean when they say they think their vote doesn't count? Yeah. But I think it's just a dangerous mentality when one person thinks it and then another person thinks it and then a whole group of people think it. Then that just means that this whole group of people that think their vote isn't going to count are really excluded from having their opinions heard.
Our government is, for us, we the people. It's not about, just whoever's in office running the country. We elect them to office to represent us. So if you're not caring about, the issues, or if you don't care about who's in office, then I feel like you're ultimately saying you don't really care how the country's being run, you don't really care how your life is being affected by it.
And as far as the millennials go, that we have to be more politically active. I feel we got to get out there and vote. We have to do our research into who's running, what their beliefs are, who's backing them, especially.
So I would say personally, just again, don't become disenfranchised with the system. Stick with it. Keep voting on policies. Because I mean, if we don't speak up, I mean, nothing's ever going to change.
Right.
So that's how I feel like I would want to do something like on an individual level.
What do you think is most needed in society today then? Just at the top of your head.
What is most needed in society today? A reality check. We are all on this very short timeline of living, and it's so pointless to live our lives kind of going out of our way to harm other people when in reality you got 80 to 100 years here. What is the point of spending it trying to hurt other people or put other people down or, take down other people's political initiatives? I mean, what's the point? You have to live your life and do what you can to help other people because it's just, time is so short.
I think we're very driven individuals, but at the same time, while being driven, a lot of us are laid back. That's kind of an oxymoron. But, we're passionate about what we're passionate about, and we're going to fight for it. But at the same time, if things don't go our way, we're going to listen to others, but still pursue our purpose.
Oh, man.
We're just having a heart-to-heart.
A heart-to-heart. Oh, man. I guess I'd have to say that don't lose sight of where we're headed, really, because I feel like a lot of people in the past generation, we're kind of at a point where we are right now where they feel like they can change the world and that they really matter and that they can actually make a big difference. And I feel like that idealism can sometimes collapse under its own cynicism almost in a way, if that makes sense. I feel like if I could just tell our generation we actually can pull this off. If we just stay the course, we can totally do this. So just kind of remain hopeful and don't let the whole process kind of get us down. Just rise above it.
You have to get involved.